Before we begin our regularly scheduled board meeting, we will have a public hearing on the proposed 183rd Street West TIF District. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Here.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Here.
Trustee Hyperman.
Here.
Trustee Mason.
Here.
Trustee Roman.
Here.
Trustee Opeth.
Here.
President Hofeld.
Here. A brief presentation by Mr. Cummings.
The whole purpose of calling this public hearing tonight is back in March, the board commenced and continued the public hearing till tonight. This is for the 183rd Street West TIF District. This is our proposed TIF district. This is the former Brunswick zone and also the what we commonly call the Great American Bagel Plaza. In order for us to finish this and actually get the project online and approve the TIF district, we're waiting for the county to certify the equalized assessed valuation for the entire county. That hasn't been done yet. So if you look on the agenda for tonight's meeting for item E, there's a resolution just continuing it. We're thinking it's going to happen very soon, but we're just kicking it for another month, or I'm asking that the board consider approving this for another month, and then as soon as the county certifies the EAV for the entire county, then we'll be able to proceed.
Thank you. Any comments from the public? Any board comments?
None for me.
With that, may I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Roman, seconded by Trustee Mason. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Mason.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Opeth.
Aye.
We stand adjourned from the public meeting. Welcome to the Village Board meeting of June 25th. Please join us in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, Mrs. Thomas.
Trustee Willis.
Here.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Here.
Trustee Hyperman.
Here.
Trustee Mason.
Here.
Trustee Roman. Here. Trustee Opeth.
Here.
President Hofeld.
Here. Representing staff this evening, to my left, our village manager, Napoleon Haney. To my right, our village attorney, Chris Cummings. To the audience's right, our police chief, Denise McGrath. Our new public works director, Josh Berman. Fire department chief, Bob Grabowski. Finance director, Amy Zakowski. Economic and community development director, Angela Maceras. And the old public works director, the old guy, John Schaefer. And our assistant village manager, Terrence Aqua. The minutes of June 11th, any comments, additions, or corrections? Trustee Willis.
None.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Hyperman.
None.
Trustee Mason. Trustee Roman.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Opeth.
Nothing for me.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Willis, seconded by Trustee Harris Jones. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Mason.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Opeth.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. The claims list in the amount of $278,916.84. Again, comments or questions? Trustee Willis.
No. No questions.
Trustee Harris Jones.
No questions.
Trustee Hyperman. Trustee Mason.
No questions.
Trustee Roman.
Nothing.
Trustee Opeth.
I have nothing.
May I have a motion to approve the claims list, please?
So moved. Second.
Been moved by Trustee Opeth, seconded by Trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Mason.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Opeth.
Aye.
The claims list is approved. Of that claims list of almost $279,000, one payment comprised almost 1/3 of that. Our payment to Thorn Creek Sanitary District was $82,000, roughly 30% of that claims list. Hear from the audience. If anyone would like to address the board on any subject not on the agenda, please raise your hand. Yes, ma'am. Please.
Hi, good evening. My name is Adrian River. I've lived here for 25 years and I'm 53 North 91st Street. The last couple of years, the use of landscaping companies for residences has increased. spoke, I've experienced noise pollution to a degree that I think significantly adversely affects my life, and I'm not the only person. I've spoken to people, other people, like, I just want to sit out in the backyard and the big companies come in. And of course, we've got riding mowers and the hedge trimmers and the edgers, but especially bothersome is the incredible noise from these leaf blowers. There are days when the noise is unrelenting. Now, maybe I have, there's I'm in Center and 191st, so you can hear noise, several blocks away. One day it was like from 9 AM till 2 PM. So, putting aside the heavy ecological impacts of caring for our lawns, one has to ask, does the cost of this noise pollution outweigh the benefit? And what is that benefit? Pushing around lawn clippings that will eventually, be blown away by the wind or that you could easily prune. And also, these companies can start as early as 7 AM, which is early enough to disrupt sleep, or just you're starting your day, 7:05, these companies blow in. So I urge you to consider ways to ameliorate this problem, as well as to consider shortening the times of the days in which these companies can come and operate. And I did a little research. I was surprised that there are some towns that prohibit these gas-powered blowers entirely. Evanston bans the use of gasoline or propane-powered leaf blowers. Winnetka prohibits them entirely except during April, October, and November, and with some exceptions like for golf courses. I think the idea is it's like spring cleanup, it's fall cleanup. It makes sense to have leaf blowers there. And so I just want to bring this to your attention. I understand this is public comment and we won't engage back and forth. I run the library board meeting, so I understand that. But I hope that this issue will be discussed by staff and that perhaps it would appear as a future agenda item.
Thank you, Ms. Rivers.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to address the board this evening? Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. My name is Glenda Townsend, and I have lived in the village of Homewood since 1985. I was here when Homewood and 180 Fair Street was one lane each way. My concern at this point is the use of fireworks. The 4th of July is coming up, and one of my years in Homewood last year was the worst year for the use of fireworks. That was unrelenting. And I returned home to see one of my neighbors in the middle of the street, Homewood Avenue, shooting fireworks towards 183rd Street and towards my house. I was cleaning up caps from everywhere, the latest of which was last week, so they were everywhere. My concern is that this is an imminent fire hazard. I have a wooden deck, and there are shingles on the roof. My neighbor has a wooden garage, and they were directly being launched in that area. So my concern is, how are we going to keep residents from using illegal fireworks, and even the ones that are legal? I mean, I've heard horror stories about little children losing fingers and knives and things like that, because even though they may not be illegal, because my understanding is there are 3 types that are legal, one of which is the sparklers and the little caps, but they all are very dangerous. And most of the villages in the area put forth some type of fireworks program. And what are we going to do to encourage residents to use those programs in lieu of buying their own and bringing them and endangering everyone around, them and property? So, like I said, last year was the worst that I've seen in all my years in Homewood. What is going to be done to kind of turn this around and reverse it for everyone's safety? And I don't know if it can be added to the agenda. 4th of July is coming up soon. I didn't see a lot of patrols or any for that matter that saw signs of the neighboring communities stressing that the fireworks were illegal, but I didn't see any in Homewood letting residents know that, no, they're not legal here in Homewood either. So my question is, what can be done, what has been done, and why hasn't it been a visible presence to my knowledge?
Let me try to address it. There isn't a member on this board that doesn't agree with you. I have three dogs that hide. They absolutely hide for that week. The signs that you saw are in Hazel Crest and in Country Club Hills, both of which are home rule communities. They can do that. We are a non-home rule community, and we don't have the luxury of doing that. However, our police chief, I'll ask her to try to address as best she's able.
Yes, we're aware of the complaint from last year specifically on fireworks and the number of fireworks, and we are addressing it this year. I'm not going to address specifically on how that's being handled, but I can assure you it's at the top of our list for this coming holiday.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to address the board this evening? Come right up. Mr. Kidwell. This is an agenda item that you're going to be talking about. So you'll have a chance to talk when this is on the agenda.
Okay,
I know what you're here for.
okay.
Yes. Is there anyone else who would like to address the board? If not, meet your merchants. Ms. Maceras?
Madam, the merchant is Igner's Florist at 17928 Dixie Highway. And we have a representative of Igner's here to speak. Come on up. Tell us about your business.
It is your business now, correct?
As of Monday, July the 1st,
As of yes.
yes. Agner's has been in business since 1983. My aunt and uncle, Stan and Marge Agner, they're retiring. My husband, Bill, and I, we have lived here in Homewood since 2001. We look forward to taking over the business. It's a full-service florist, but I'd like to sell gifts and decor. I'd love to sponsor a baseball team. Have a booth at the Art and Garden Show or the art fair. And we love living here, and we look forward to serving Homewood for many years to come. So I'm really excited about this. We're right around the corner across from the public library. If you've not seen us, stop in. You can say hello to me. I'll be there every day.
What kind of offerings do you have?
Well, we are full service florists, so we sell flowers. We do banquets, weddings, funerals. We sell boutonnieres and corsages for homecoming and proms. We sell dish gardens, plants. The storefront is beautiful, and I look forward to getting deep down and ordering new things so that when people come in the store, there's something new for everyone to see. So stop in, even if you need flowers for your dining room table.
Yes.
I'd be happy to help you plan anything.
What are your store hours?
We're gonna be open from 9 to 4, Monday through Friday, Saturdays from 9 to 1. Yeah.
And your
And we
website?
have a full website. You can order through the website if you don't wanna come in or call. It's agnersflorist.com. I'm gonna leave some pens and some business cards with the village clerk. And if you wanna grab one, yeah, I'd be happy to meet you.
And for those that don't know, would you spell out Agner so they?
Yeah, phonetically it's off. It's Eigners, but it's pronounced Agners. And yes, many people pronounce it Einers or, but it is Agner. Yeah, I also used to work at Jewel. Some of you look familiar. I worked at the Halsted Jewel for almost 20 years. So needless to say, I just left them, so this business can get our full commitment. So,
We wish you much
I
success.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out. Appointments. At this time, may I have a motion to approve Kathleen Seidel to the Economic Development Committee?
So moved.
It's been moved by trustee Roman, seconded by trustee Mason. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Mason.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Opid.
Motion is approved. Kathleen, please come up and be sworn in.
I state your name.
I, Kathleen Seidel,
Having been appointed to
having been appointed to
the Economic Development Committee
the Economic Development Committee
for the Village of Homewood,
for the Village of Homewood,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the municipal ordinances of Homewood,
and the municipal ordinance ordinances
of Homewood, and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
my duties as a member of the Economic Development Committee
my duties as a member of the Economic Development Committee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Nice to see you again. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to meet you.
Presentations. May I have a motion to approve Resolution R 3188 honoring John Schaefer upon his retirement. If you don't make a motion, you can't go.
No motion.
Is there a motion?
So move. Second.
It's been moved by trustee Heiferman, seconded by trustee Mason. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Mason.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Obid.
Motion is approved. Would you please read the resolution?
A resolution honoring John D. Schaefer on his retirement from the Village of Homewood. Whereas John Schaefer joined the Village of Homewood Public Works Department in 1982 as a maintenance worker, and as a result of his outstanding performance was promoted to crew leader, utility supervisor, the assistant director of public works. And whereas John Schaefer served 2 years as acting director of public works and was appointed director of public works in 1998. And whereas John Schaefer serves as president of the Suburban Public Works Directors Association, is a member of both the South Suburban Mayors and Managers Transportation Committee Technical Advisory Group and the Public Safety Committee, and is president of the Chicago Area Waterways Chloride Working Group. And whereas John Schaefer served as Homewood's acting director of community development, was a part-time Homewood firefighter for 25 years, a member of the Homewood Dive Team, Combined Area Rescue Team, Technical Rescue Team Instructor Level 1 and 2, and holds an Illinois Environmental Protection Agency Class A water license and numerous other certifications. And whereas John Schaefer has overseen public improvements to our streets, water and sewer systems, and public lands and buildings, including the Prairie Lakes Infrastructure, Wetland and Prairie Development, Linden Gladville Stormwater and Sewer Project, Highland Avenue Stormwater Project, Dixie Highway Stormwater Project, Downey Manor Sewer and Street Replacement Project, Merchants Park Stormwater Detention Project, Prairie Lakes Wetland Expansion, Southgate Streetscape Project, and numerous landscape beautification projects. He was instrumental in overseeing the development of the rail platform. He has spearheaded the use of geothermal energy for the heating and cooling of the public safety building. He has led the way of the water system changeover from Harvey to Chicago Heights and Hammond. He is making traffic and safety changes to 183rd Street, and he helped to provide successful events and festivals in the community. And whereas John Schaefer has led the Public Works Department in providing essential services to the community that protect and enhance the health, safety, and welfare of its residents. And whereas John Schaefer is an integral part of the Homewood Public Works Department, is valued and respected by his peers, and is known for his professionalism, resourcefulness, leadership, and dependability. Now therefore, be it resolved by President Hofeld and members of the Board of Trustees that John Schaefer be honored and commended for his 42 years of outstanding dedicated service to the community and the citizens of Homewood. Together, we hereby extend best wishes to John as he enters his retirement.
Wow, all the things that you've done, John. One of the first things I did when I came in here was to see that you were appointed Public Works Director, and it's probably one of the best moves we've ever made. So please come up and accept your resolution. Thank you.
Mayor, board, and residents, we have two things we'd like to present tonight on behalf of John Shea. First one is a trivia for John. So I'm gonna ask some questions, our department heads, they're gonna respond. Who, as a volunteer fireman, is a hero and has saved the lives of many in distress? Who, as a leader, a professional, a confidant, and friend, always has time to listen? Who has been a staple of good management and fair and equitable treatment of people? Who is a real live, trained pilot who sneers at fear and scoffs at fear? Who has done more, seen more, experienced more than any other person in the room? Yeah. Who at 25 years old completed his first Iditarod with his favorite lead sled dog named Chloride? Who rarely plays golf, but when he does, only plays at the elite bourbon-based Knob Creek Golf Course? Who has clearly left his mark and is going to be sincerely missed by so many? And lastly, this is a question for the board. Who has given 42 years of sincere, professional, and passionate service to the village of Homewood?
No.
And so lastly, we were in the basement and found some loose bricks that exposed an opening in the wall. When we felt around inside, believe it or not, we found some ancient scrolls. Strangely enough, these scrolls look like they had been downstairs for about 42 years. Long time. They were written in Sanskrit, so we had to get someone to interpret this strange ancient language. And so the scroll, we had it interpreted, and it reads as such. It reads, the ancient prophets foretell of a great man that will lead men and approximately 3 women. It's an ancient scroll. This man will create a legacy of work that will transform the land and its many inhabitants. His name will be etched into great buildings where water will fall.
Sorry, comments. Flow.
Where water will flow. He will build great cities and roads and sooners. Sewers. There's a warning here. It reads, beware, as he departs, he will not give much notice. The ancient scroll goes on to read, he is a great and a jolly good fellow which nobody can deny. His exploits shall be remembered to all generations. And lastly, his name shall be called Joseph. Sorry, John, Joseph. We just want to say as a staff, and John, on behalf of our staff and everyone, we love you, we appreciate you. It's been a joy. I remember meeting you when I first got here. You were always welcoming and encouraging and a support. And you do that for everyone, not just me. So, John, we want to say thank you. We hope to see you soon. And congratulations on 42 years of service to the village of Homewood. I do have just a few things. One is thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart. I didn't think it was going to be this tough. It's important for me to thank people that led me to this spot into my retirement. First and foremost, I mentioned this on you before. I thank my wife, Carrie Lynn, for always supporting me, not complaining when I was consumed with work. Thanks to my entire family, both near and far, for their love and support throughout the years. I also want to pass
thank past Public Works Director Don Habermill and Water Superintendent Don Crowley for hiring me back when I was, I could say when I was 12 years old. I want to thank President Holfeld and our current board and past board members for believing in me, putting your faith in me, and letting me get the job done over the years. Manager Haney, thank you for your leadership and insights. Somehow managed to make each staff meeting an enjoyable experience, and I appreciate that. I want to say thank you to my fellow Public Works Directors, professionals, for their willingness to step up when I call upon them. You are all family, and I will miss each and one of you. Thank you for your professionalism, dedication, and friendship. Finally, I want to especially thank the Public Works staff. Without your professional dedication, I never would have pursued half the opportunities that came our way. Every time we face a challenge, we work through it together as a team. We move forward, and we move forward boldly. I felt the empowerment of our team because of the skill the men and women have in public works. That's why we are the best public works on the south side. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Remember, the past is just that, the past. Never give up on what you want and what you want to achieve. Always push forward. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Throughout the years, I'm grateful to go into retirement with a clear mind and a healthy body. The best of years are yet to come for the village. Thank you, the board, Mayor Holfeld. Excuse me. Thank you.
Mrs. Thomas, the omnibus vote, please.
The board is asked to pass resolution R 3189, approving executive session minutes from September 12, 2023 to April 23, 2024, and authorize the destruction of executive session audio recordings from May 2022 to October 2022. Board is asked to pass resolution R 3190. This sets out executive session minutes or portions of those minutes that no longer require confidential treatment. Board is asked to pass ordinance MC 1081, amending the Homewood Municipal Code to include the fine payment schedule for seatbelt violations as detailed in the Illinois Vehicle Code. The fine will be $25. The board is asked to pass ordinance M 2299, granting a special use permit for a massage therapy use in the B4 Shopping Center zoning district. Obsidian Holistic Services LLC plans to move into 2 suites in the building at 930 West 175th Street. This business first received a business operations certification in February 2023 as a wellness center. Because it is proposing to add massage therapy to its services, it needs a special use permit for the B4 Business District. The Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously approved its special use permit. The board is asked to pass resolution R 3191, continuing the March 12, 2024 public hearing on the proposed 183rd West Tax Increment Financing District to July 23, 2024. The board is asked to pass Resolution R 3192, supporting the Class 8 status under the Cook County Real Property Assessment Classification Ordinance for the property at 18225 Dixie Highway. The former Bogart's property is the new home of Homewood Brewing Company. The board is asked to make a motion to accept staff's recommendation for the property at 2018-2020 Ridge Road and direct staff to negotiate a purchase and sale agreement with Grace Yanchi of CIG 2018 Homewood LLC. Staff examined 3 proposals for the property on best use, its yield as it pertains to village community area benefits, its sustainability, and best fit for the downtown. Ms. Yanchi's proposal is to develop the site as Guaimon, a Mongolian barbecue restaurant.
Thank you. Ms. Maceras, if you could give an explanation as to the decision that was rendered on item G.
Thank you. The village received 2 additional proposals, as we discussed at the meeting on June 11th, in addition to the original proposal for 2020 Ridge Road. The two additional, the first proposal was for the Mongolian barbecue restaurant. The second was for a peeled and pressed juice and smoothie bar that would also serve hot bowls and fresh salad bar. And the third was for Black House Community Studios, which is a creative studio production company, audio recording and mixing studio, and educational incubator for Black Awesomeness Filmworks. So the methodology we used evaluated each proposal on the following criteria. Best use, we evaluated what the best use for the property is based on whether it is appropriately zoned, if there's any public benefit it may have, whether it aligns with our downtown plan, and we do have a new TOD master plan, which we adopted in 2024. And then the second category was yield, and that is the village and community area benefits. For that, we looked at the numbers closely. We looked at the impact on the EAV, the equalized assessment value, which is related to property taxes, and any increase in the value, the more money that was dedicated to increasing and improving the value of the property would also increase the assessed value. The purchase price, we assumed the purchase price would be $1 for all 3 projects, though it was not specifically listed in all the proposals. The other thing we looked at was the revenue to the village, so sales tax at 1% for, and then also places of eating tax. 2 of the uses would qualify for places of eating for 2% of the sales. And based on that proposal's estimated annual revenue, the village would receive the greatest sales tax benefit from the restaurant. We also looked at ancillary indirect revenue, which would be based on the projection number of guests that each business would bring downtown, who would support other local existing businesses and provide traffic downtown. Job creation is another category. And the third was sustainability. And for this, we looked at the experience of the business owner, the anticipated sales revenue volume, and market feasibility and longevity of type of use, as well as the use of the space. Did they maximize the space, or are they adequately using the space? The final category was best fit, and for that we looked at, was it complementary to other businesses? Would there be an impact on municipal services and on the surrounding uses? Each of these proposals would be a wonderful addition to the community. They were all 3 creative ideas that would add nicely to the village's business mix, and we would hope that you'll find a place at home with each of them. But based on the evaluation criteria that I just listed, the recommendation would be the selection of the YM proposal.
Thank you. Cyrus Sue is in the audience. Would you please come up and tell what your plans are for the restaurant?
Yes.
Please.
opportunity. My name is Cyrus Su. My partner and I were currently operating 2 restaurants in Oak Park, downtown Oak Park. One is sushi restaurant and one is dumpling restaurant. And the proposal we made on 2020 Ridge Road is going to be a Mongolian barbecue, which we did the market research will fit the area and the community. Well, we'll build a patio on the back of the property. We'll fully utilize all 3,500 square foot, and yes.
In addition to Mongolian barbecue, you're also going to have some noodle offerings as well?
Right, right. On the side of the Mongolian barbecue, we are going to be offering noodles and dumplings, which is something we're good at. And the dumpling house that we're running in Oak Park, we're performing pretty well.
Okay. Any questions or comments from Mr. Su? If not, thank you, Cyrus.
Thank you.
Public comments. Any comments or questions? Mr. Kidwell?
The odds are against me here, but I own the building right there at 26 Ridge Road. I also own 3 restaurants, 2 in Hyde Park, 1 in downtown Lombard, which is very similar to downtown Homewood. In 2021 and 2022, in the winter, I came to the village and I met with members of the village expressing concern that there was an empty, that the building we're talking about now was empty, and I thought it could be utilized as a very nice modern American restaurant, similar to what we have in downtown Lombard. I was told at the time we couldn't do that because there was a deed restriction on it. That building had to be used for just, it was for the Science Museum. Fast forward to today, I just found out last week that the village is giving away the building for $1 to a different restaurant owner. My plans, I was kind of shocked at that because I'm not on social media. I didn't see them, too busy running 3 restaurants. But I immediately contacted Angela last Thursday, Noah on Friday, sent an email to, I think, board members on Friday. And I sat with the mayor Saturday morning to discuss this. I still would like a shot at it. I brought menus here for what the restaurant could be. Because I own the building at 2022 to 2026 Ridge Road, we've had that since 2017. Envisioning putting a restaurant in the old karate building, eventually knocking down the building I have, making that a garden area with trees and plants and flowers and ponds and a playground for kids, open to the community. It's all right there, you can see it, and then tie that all together with Martin Avenue. It'd be like a green little oasis there. And I think that would work very well with downtown Lombard or downtown Homewood. I have one in downtown Lombard right now. I guess I'm asking, because I didn't even know about that, the deadline a week ago, that if we could get another go around to put proposals out.
Tom, as I told you on Saturday, the deadline for the proposals was on June 11th. That was, the announcement was published on the village website, in the local newspaper, the Chronicle, also the Patch. So there was plenty of advance notice on it. And I want to correct you. We did not solicit a restaurant. What we did was solicit bids. And the restaurant was the one that we chose to be the best use for that particular property. So again, we adhere to the letter of the law, and that's what we're doing.
I agree with that. It's just a shame, because I really think that.
As I told you on Saturday, there were other opportunities for you in Homewood, and I directed you to some specific properties, and I'll continue to do that. We'd love to have your restaurant in town.
I appreciate that. Again, I own that building right there. Back in 2021, 2022, I came to the village with a fantastic idea to put a fantastic restaurant in there. You know, the type of restaurant that would be a neighborhood hangout. People would come 2 or 3 times a week. That's what we have right now in downtown Lombard. We are a neighborhood hangout restaurant, it's a modern American cuisine. Again, I would blast out the side of the wall, in the future tear down my building and make that a garden paradise. How many downtown areas have any type of, greenery like I'm offering to tie in with Martin Avenue with all the outside festivals and activity that's already there, would all tie together, and I would leave it wide open. I wouldn't put any fences or anything out there, it'd be wide open to the public. I didn't know that this thing was even out here. I found it out from one of my tenants. He says, "Did you know about this?" I'm like, "I don't know, I didn't know anything about this."
Again, it was publicized as properly. So again,
Well, no
I
signs
thank
were put
you.
out the windows.
I thank you for your time, and we'll continue to keep you apprised of other opportunities. With that being said, comments from the board on the consent agenda items? Trustee Willis.
You know, I believe that our economic development crew did a great job of outlining criteria used, and I'm hoping that we can find a way to help all those who want to bring businesses to Homewood succeed.
Trustee Harris Jones.
No comments from me.
Trustee Haferman.
I have nothing on the consent agenda.
Trustee Mason.
Nothing.
Trustee LaRoman.
I'm curious what the legal, what are our legal obligations? Are we legally allowed to reopen bids? I love this idea. And I would like to learn more about it. It's exactly what a lot of people in our community are asking for with a space for kids, and opening it up to the Martin Avenue Square. I'm sorry, I did not get your email, so I'm learning of all of this right now, so,
The email I got, Angela, remember I told me an email address to send it to.
you know what, sometimes we do
We'll vote on
have,
it separately.
that's an IT thing that I should mention. There is, our emails that get sent to the Homewood email addresses then get forwarded to our personal email addresses, and I think that might happen often. But anyway, for Attorney Cummings, are we legally able to extend it and open things back up?
Yes.
Okay, well then, I would like to know more about it, and if we're able to table the item.
We'll take that and we'll vote on it separately.
Okay.
Trustee Opeth.
Yes, Mr. Kidwell, I would like to address you as well. I worked for the village back then, and I know I've corresponded with you on other situations, dealing with our farmers market, dealing with, different events that we have with the Homewood Science Center. And I know you talked about a restaurant. I remember that as though it was yesterday, because your idea was phenomenal. And I would like to learn more about that. I'm sorry that you did not get any of that information, especially because you have tenants that live here, and I'm assuming you have good communication with them, that nothing was ever, and just as a word of caution, wherever your investments are, definitely tune into them with that community, because this is such a, something I would like to learn more about, and, I don't know, but I will follow whatever the lead is of, Mr. Cummings.
I really think it's a once in a three generation opportunity. And it's not about the money, I wanna do this. I build restaurants with my own hands.
Okay,
I
Mr.
remember
Kidwell.
talking with you, sir.
I can envision what would go there.
Yeah, we've had multiple conversations as I would be on the street getting things ready for events, and I
I'm willing to buy
remember.
the building, I don't want it for $1.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kidwell.
With that being said, we'll vote on all items except item G. We'll vote on that separately. May I have a motion to approve items A through E, please?
A through F.
A through, yeah, F, I'm sorry. Excluding item G. Been moved by trustee Mason, second by
Roman, second. Sorry.
trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Mason.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Opeth.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Item G, a recommendation to accept the staff's recommendation to negotiate the sale and purchase property for a Mongolian barbecue restaurant. May I have a motion to approve that, please?
I thought we were curbing that.
I'm sorry, item G,
Oh, I'm sorry.
item G.
tabling it or?
No, I'm looking for a motion tonight to adhere to the vetting process. Is there a motion? Yes or no?
Not for me.
There's no motion for that. All right? The item will be tabled. As far as any other motion, bring it before the board at a later time.
Correct. Yes,
Okay,
no
we'll bring that before the board at a later time. New business. Discussion for a liquor license request. Ms. Sikowski.
69 Prime is in the process of leasing out the current Laboot space at 2034 Ridge Road. The owner, Paul Spass, is currently operating Primal Cut in Tinley Park. They have requested a Class 4A liquor license for the proposed location. The Class 4A liquor license allows the retail sale of any alcoholic liquor for on-premises consumption only for establishments with a bar, and no more than 25% of annual gross receipts can be from alcohol sales. The liquor commissioner is in support of issuing the requested license, so if the board is in favor of the request, staff will be directed to begin the application process. After 69 Prime would successfully complete the process for obtaining a Village of Homewood liquor license and a permit for outdoor sales, an ordinance to increase the number of allowed Class 4A liquor licenses, and an ordinance to issue a permit for outdoor sales for 69 Prime will be presented at a future board meeting for approval. I think our applicant, Paul, Mr. Spass, if you would like to come forward to tell us a little bit about the restaurant and then answer any questions that we're going to have.
Good evening. My name is Paul Spass. I am the current owner of Primal Cut Steakhouse in downtown Tinley Park. Been working diligently with the owner of Laboot and LeBon for the past several months about bringing a steakhouse to this area. Not only is it going to be a steakhouse, we're going to do fresh seafood and homemade pasta. So it's going to be a combination of things that I continue to do at my other restaurant, just a little different spin, just so we don't make the same restaurant. We signed a lease today with the owner, so we're proposing to ask for a liquor license to begin the process. It's one of the first steps. We're planning on opening in the fall of 2024. We're going to do some renovations to the interior, and then in spring of 2025. Utilize the overhead former cover area to do the outdoor setup for the communities.
Comments or questions from anyone in the audience? Board questions, comments? Trustee Willis.
Is the menu similar to the Primal Cut?
It'll be similar, a little more streamlined. We're going to start out a little differently. We're just going to focus in on a lot smaller menu. It's a lot smaller space. My space in Tinley Park's 250 seats, and this is 100. So, the goal is to just keep it simple, keep it good, all fresh ingredients, just like my place, but a streamlined menu. It's a lot of work to run a restaurant. Requires a lot of people, a lot of labor. So the more we can cross-utilize some of the products and keep a simpler, cleaner, easier menu to execute, it's best for us. I learned a lot in 7 years of opening my restaurant, so I think this experience is going to be a lot easier for me. My passion is food. I went to school to be a pastry chef. I graduated back in 91, I think it was. I took a job at the Four Seasons Hotel. That was my first job here when I moved from New York. I worked at the Four Seasons Hotel in downtown Chicago for 5 years. I got out of the business, and then I was a contractor for the last 30, and my passion brought me back to food. So it's a good opportunity. When I came across it in Tinley, it's a great opportunity here. I believe that it's kind of a coincidence that the restaurant I took over in Tinley was Bogart's. Here we are, 7 years later, basically the same owners are going to open up in the same to be said about coincidence, timing, being in the right place at the right time. Like I said, a little different menu, a little different ideas. Like I said, the outdoor space is gonna be a lot more limited, but I think some great opportunities are some easier things to execute out in that hotel area. But those plans haven't been finalized yet.
Trustee Harris, Joe?
We look forward to you coming to our community.
Thank you.
Trustee Huckrow?
I'm really excited about it. I think it's a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Trustee Mason, who is also degreed pastry chef.
So I graduated from culinary school in 1990, so, and I did pastries at the Palmer House and several restaurants downtown for a long time, so I'm really excited about it. And if you're looking for a part-time pastry chef.
Yeah, I did, when I first started the restaurant, I mean, all my desserts are my recipes. I graduated from Johnson & Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll continue to do, like I said, all quality, fresh ingredients, fresh product. Just a little different spin, that's all. So
Looking forward to it.
Trustee Roman?
I'm also very excited. I love your current restaurant, and I'm very excited that you're investing in our community and opening a second location here.
Trustee Open?
I'm also very excited. I tried getting in a few times to your restaurant and it was booked. So that says a lot about your reputation and we're thrilled to have you here. So I just want to make sure I understand that you'll officially open in fall of 2024.
correct.
And then you're gonna go through a renovation.
It's gonna start soon.
Okay, how much do you have any idea as to what might change?
Not much. I mean, obviously, the current owner of the building did an amazing job on the renovations when they first moved into the space, and that's what's made it such a, easier opportunity to just, to get the shot right. I mean, they did a great job. We're not getting crazy on the interior. New roofs, some small decor, new colors, new granite countertops, new bars, but not a lot. I mean, we being in the business, in the contracting business, it's a lot pretty easy for me to execute.
Very
I'll self-perform pretty much other than that. The biggest thing is get through all the, the licensing, applications, insurance, and stuff like that.
Very good. Now, one other question. The title, the name of your restaurant, is that really the Pisces symbol? That's what people are saying. The 16 is really, you flip it on the sign as Pisces?
No, it's not Pisces, it's just the numbers.
Okay, it's just the number. Is there a significance?
You were born, something?
No, just, I've always loved, there were some places back in New York that I like. We got higher end restaurants in the city like Steak 48. And a
Okay,
lot of names are going similar to, with steakhouses, and it just went together, right?
Okay.
It's what we do, it's what we serve. It just went together and.
because some people were thinking that it was the Pisces and it had something to do
No,
with
it's
fish,
just,
so,
just two
okay.
numbers.
We can debunk that then.
It's two numbers together and.
Yeah.
it's gonna be-
I didn't want to do $1.99.
Well, we're thrilled. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Look forward to the opportunity to serve the community and again, putting out a quality product. I believe it's deserved, and like I said, coincidence of, a former Bogart, just the space I operate today is in the park. That's crazy. I think it's to be said, and I guess it was meant to be, so we'll see.
Yes, it was.
So I look forward to support the community, everyone around us, and the mayor, and the village officials, and look forward to do business with you guys.
May I have a motion to approve the direct staff to issue a liquor license for Mr. Stas?
So move.
Second?
Been moved by trustee Opitz, seconded by trustee Willis. Trustee Harris Jones. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Mason. Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Opie.
Aye.
Motion is approved.
Thank you.
General board discussion. Trustee Willis.
Oh, just thank you, John, for everything, for your 42 years. So appreciated, and we will miss you.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Thank you, John, again. You've done a great job with our community. Like you said, we're the gem of the south suburbs. We are.
Also, I would like to emphasize that we're having a 4th of July parade, and if everyone could come out to support, that would be greatly appreciated. Wear your sunscreen.
Trustee Hyman?
First, John, there's nothing to say. I've learned so much from you over the years. The resolution was kind of amazing to hear all of the things you've been involved with, but one thing that wasn't mentioned was your key role in the Science Center, the formation of the building. Turning it into the Science Center has taken a lot of involvement with Public Works, and I know it's been a huge project, a lingering, ongoing project that'll be around for a long, long time, but you have been so helpful in all of it, and I just wanted to make sure that's recognized. Also, regarding the Science Center, I just wanted to make sure everybody knows that on the 18th is the Summerfest. It's our annual fundraising event. It's super important that it is heavily supported, and I encourage everybody to go to the Homewood Science Center website and get more information. It's always a fun event. Please do that. Additionally, fireworks. I can't ignore the topic because it's such a big deal in my house. You know, my dogs are annoyed by it. My wife is annoyed by it. And it's disrespectful to the community because there are so many people who, you have no idea what's going on in their lives and how this really affects them. And, you know, please do the right thing. Leave your fireworks to the professionals and get it over with on the 4th of July and be done with it. Thank you.
Trustee Mason?
Well, John, I just want to say that after hearing, as Marilyn was reading off all of the accolades, I was more shocked each time. So, from now on, I got to call you Big John. Because you're like the superhero figure now. But I remember when I first moved into the village a few years back, I never experienced public works like the village of Homewood. And I remember one evening it was snowing. It was kind of late, and I was moving my car off of the street, and you pulled up, and I was like, "What? John is out here checking the streets." That was so impressive to me, and it just speaks volumes about the dedication that you've had for this community for so many years. So I've lived in several communities, and won't name them, but they don't stack up to Homewood. So I appreciate the service, and thank you so much. We wish you the best, Big John.
Trustee Roman?
Yes, John, thank you so much for everything. I think so many people have covered so many things that you were welcoming, and as a new board member, you were welcoming, and I still know very little about the world of public works, but you never make it seem as if the questions are dumb or I should already know these things. You educate and inform us, and you have just built this amazing department. You've built a foundation there that I know will continue, and you keep saying you're not going away, that we can all still reach you, so thank you for that. And just as a resident, I mean, I'm proud to live in a community with such a great public works department, so thank you for everything.
Trustee Open?
Oh, I don't even know where to begin, because I've had the privilege of working with you, you know, on both sides nowadays, and I just, I'm so happy for you. I'm so grateful to you, and I just wish you the very, very best. Well deserved, and I know that you're always going to be around, and but you are going to be missed, and I just thank you for everything that you have done for our community. You truly did make it home sweet Homewood because of being out and about, so thank you so very much. Okay, I can't believe that you're leaving before the lead service line replacement, so that to me floors me.
Maybe it was intentional.
That could be intentional, yeah.
Leaving because of it.
I spoke with John and his successor, Josh Berman, yesterday, and Josh and I are both happy to know that John's on speed dial for both of us, so we appreciate that as well. We appreciate all that you've done. Chief, you got the message on fireworks.
Absolutely.
Whatever you can do, you and your troops, do it. With that, may I have a motion to enter into executive session to discuss pending litigation?
So, second,
Been moved by trustee Mason, seconded by trustee Opid. Roll call, please.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman. Trustee Mason. Trustee Roman.
Aye.
Trustee Obid.
aye.
We are out of regular session. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Eric?